Hello everyone, it's Tanya with Scribbles in Time. I am here to do another flip through of a journal that I've created throughout my healing from my surgery. And I'm not going to go into any of that because my last video, I did a little update on it and there's been no changes since then. I do go back Friday so that the surgeon can kind of reevaluate my vocal cords and see what's going on with that. So fingers are crossed for that. Prayers would be appreciated. But anyway, this journal here, oh, I love this journal. You guys, I have a pocketbook that I tote around. Anyway, long story, but it is so cool. It's this little wicker purse, and I keep my sketching picture, pencils and stuff like that in there. And I threw this in there, and I loved the way it looked poking up out of the bag. So it just is, I love this look. I don't know. Anyway, okay. In my last video, I talked about how I'm very focused on time right now, and time travel and those kind of things. And I mentioned a book that I was reading. I've gotten a little bit farther in it now. Not much. I don't sit a lot. I stay up and moving. And the only time I sit down, now that I'm healed enough to do things, I'm not somebody that sits down a lot. Once my husband gets home from work in the evenings, we sit and watch TV in the evenings sometimes. But that's about it. I sit and watch TV with him, and obviously I can't read while I'm doing that. So the only opportunity I'm getting to read now is either early morning hours on insomnia nights where I'm up at 2 or 3, or late at night after my husband's gone to bed. Well, those are times where I'm already sleepy and I'm reading to help myself fall asleep. So I haven't gotten much farther. It's going to be a long process because this is a big book. I highly recommend it. To me, it's written in the style of like watching a movie. So I love that. Anyway, I have page marked a few places that I have to kind of go back to remind myself of different things that goes on in the books. I do that a lot when I'm reading because of the fact that it takes me so long to read a book. Anyway, all right, let's get started with this. Oh, I'll try to put the link to this. I got it off Amazon. It came recommended by a friend, and so I got it off Amazon, and I'll try to put the link to that below. Okay, so because time has been on my mind because of my reading, I named this one Time Matters, and that other one had been called Once Upon a Time, and then I have another journal I'm almost done with, but it's also going to have a time-related name. And so these are all about time, I guess, these whole series of journals, and that has been a big deal for me because it's been just a lot of time healing, and anyway, just so blessed, though. I don't know if I would assume that someone would call this like a naked journal because I did it in the style of an art book that someone can, obviously just journal in, but I also did it to where someone could do art throughout it. There's a pocket here with this beautiful vintage lace, and then I lined it with fabric and did a pocket, and I just put some paper in there, or an envelope in a paper. I'll show you that in a moment. These are little seat beads I stitched across, and then some buttons. And this whole section here, I've done leather. I put the suede side showing because I thought it looked so, I just love the way it looks from the outside. You can see where I had a clamp on it, where I had it like hanging in my storage area, which is in my craft room. And I love that. So it made a mark on the leather. My daddy would have fussed at me for that. But I think us junk journalers love things like that because it creates visual interest. It just kind of is just something. It's like a layer, I suppose. This is Miss Media paper here. And then inside this little outer pocket, I have just put this envelope. But I undid the envelope and turned it inside out because it had this pretty picture inside of the envelope. So I did that, turned it inside out, and then I just put these offcuts or off tears of paper in here so that you can do a little journaling or little small watercolor paintings or sketches, and then just attach these throughout the journal. And then you can always keep little pieces like that available in here. Just add to it. and keep that kind of stuff available for your journaling or art. This is like some, I didn't make it, it's like handmade paper with flowers. So you can see that in there. I have the stuff to make handmade paper. I bought the blender and the straining screen and all of that years ago, and I keep saying one day I'm going to try it, and I haven't yet. But anyway, whatever you put in this pocket, you can put something with a tab or whatever just to create personality. And then I use this jagged fabric, upholstery fabric on the spine, and I purposely left the jagged areas because I just love it for the visual interest. I stitched all these signatures in. I probably will go back and add stain on this string, to be honest with you. I kept meaning to do that, and I should have done it before I filmed, but it's been in my purse, so I have not done that yet. I will do that, but I've just been toting it with me to appointments, thinking that I was going to start sketching in it, and I just haven't been able to. Every time I take it somewhere, I end up getting called back, and I don't get the opportunity to sit and sketch. This is just, again, there's not going to be a whole lot to say. Now, I did more envelopes along here with little pieces of paper along some of these pages, but it's mostly mixed media paper through here, some more of the handmade paper. But again, it's not a lot to say. I did another envelope there, some notebook paper. The pages are all reinforced with fabric. Another envelope here. I don't think I undid this. No, I did this more like a pocket style. And then, yeah, notebook paper, more of the mixed media paper. I love leaving the edges on these, but they are perforated if you want to tear those off. This I did. This is mixed media paper, but it's like 2 layers of mixed media paper, so it's real hard. It's almost like a little piece of chipboard. And then I did like this little reversed cover right here on the edge of that. It's reinforced with paper. It's that handmade paper. And then I did like a little notebook. I'm real into clipboards right now. I collect old clipboards, and I love aging up paper. So I love a clipboard look. So I don't know, I was kind of doing that. I'll have to show you on my next video. I was working on a clipboard during this time too. And then I've got this coolest little thing. It's a dog. It's a cast iron dog. And it used to be like a boot scrubber. But that has come out. Well, I'm going to turn it into like a clipboard thing. It's really cool. I'm excited about that. Anyway, we'll go into that in another video. So yeah, this page has like a piece of parchment paper. So it's kind of transparent. And I left those edges on that. I would imagine over time, see they're already getting bent in. That's probably from being in my pocketbook. And that's going to happen over time. And that's just, again, the beauty of your own journal is just letting it create its own personality. This is probably the edge of that. This is a beautiful piece of trim from India. And I love that. It's a pale blue. And then I did like a little reverse journal with mixed media paper coming off the edge of that. So it reverses out that way, like that. And then I put gesso all over this page because I thought I was going to be sketching and stuff at some of my appointments. That just never got to happen. So that's that. Very stiff because on one side it has fabric, on the other side it has paper plus gesso. So again, very stiff because it's mixed media paper. There's another piece of mixed media paper. So forth and so on. This is an old section of a newspaper. Oh, my voice is coming and going. This is an old section of a newspaper, and I just attached it in. I thought it was cool. Liked it. I did double up the pages so that they're reinforced and it's not so brittle. And yeah, that's just cool to me. And I started putting gesso on one of them, thinking I would try to sketch. I thought charcoal would be so pretty over this black and white newspaper. So I thought I would do that. Never got around to it. But yeah, that's that. Mixed media paper. Here's another little reverse journal style thing. And my intention is with this is to go back and do, is space to go back and do like slow stitching or some type of stitching or embroidery or something down this. So that was why I put fabric on both sides. But if you're someone that doesn't like to do that kind of thing, you could also run safety pins through here with beads on it and create, or buttons or whatever, or you can even stitch buttons throughout. But this is just a little spot here that you can add your own personality in at some point in time. Again, all about time right now. A little reverse journaling here with mixed media paper, the crinkly parchment paper, and then another reverse journal going this direction. So I try to do little reverses all throughout this, like that. And then this, it also reverses out into art space. So it does like this, this. That is mixed media paper if you wanted to paint a little border down this, which I think would be so cool. Paint a little, your own picture of a border. You know, it would even be cool to paint a ruler. Like to go through and make your marks and actually paint it to look like a ruler. That'd be fun. Anyway, your imagination is your only boundary there. So anyway, my point is, it's just all a reversed journal. So that goes that way. This closes and then flips that way, and then that there, and then that there, like that. And then that is stitched in. You can see the upholstery fabric there from the spine. These are little tabs that you can go in and add your own work in. Y'all have seen me do it many times before, where I put little tabs into journals. I've always loved doing that because this allows you to add your own pages in. So you can go through and like glue a page here and glue a page here, and they're actually incorporated then into the journal. Obviously, us junk journalers always are hinging stuff in. So this is just another little way of hinging something in that's already built into the book. So yeah, you can get like a coaster, if you like coasters, like I have those little paper coasters, and just attach a little coaster there. It's just extra layering and texture for your journal. More paper that's reinforced on the back side with fabric. Sometimes I put that fabric reinforcement here where the stitching is. Sometimes I reverse it around so it just looks more solid, and that's what I chose to do here. Mixed media paper, and then this is an old page out of, I think, a photo album. Like the inside cover page out of an old photo album, I think. Can't remember, but you can see that it was in something. I think it was in a photo album. It's really cool, but that'd be pretty to journal across. I just added that across the bottom for extra texture. More mixed media paper, more of the handmade paper there. And what I did here is I actually put the handmade paper across two sections to join them together, like that. And anyway, it is just something different. I just like doing weird things. Like you could do it here. So like here, if you wanted to, you could attach a piece of paper straight across these, and then that kind of joins these two together instead of it being separate signatures. I kind of collaged some paper on top of this one with the intent of layering artwork. And then this is some more trim from India. It's got a pale pink background, and I just put this fabric here that's unraveling and some string here, and I just kind of let it all run through the machine. You can see there's just string. I did just bundles of string and just kind of ran it through as I stitched that down, and then I put tape across it. It's stitched on as well. My thought is that tape will start to peel up over time, so then it'll be like you can see that corner starting to peel up, but yet it's stitched down the middle, so it'll hang on for quite a while. And then this flips open this way. You could do artwork here. This is mixed media paper, and then do some stuff from this direction. I left the strings here in case you want to tie a little piece of fabric here, as I do in some of my journals, to create more layering effects. Parchment paper for the crinkling sound, and then close it back, and then that completes the flip through of the journal. The back of the journal is a piece of leather, just like the one in the front. And then on it, I cut the leather so that it hangs out over the edge. Don't know how well that's showing up on my wood surface, but I'm trying to see if I have something around me that's light colored. All I have is a board over here. Let me grab it so that you can get a better visual. I'm going to knock everything down. But this just will help you see the cool effect of this journal. Let me turn it this way maybe. So yeah, you can see the kind of that waterfall effect with that back. The suede shows from the front of the journal, obviously, and then the leather from the back. I did 2 vintage buttons here that goes through the leather and the upholstery fabric, like so. And then you can see that that's like a little open area there. Again, the only change I might make before I post this for sale is I'm going to go down and stain the string. I kind of like it a different color, but to me, on the outside of a journal, it's just better to have uniformity. I did kind of a little partial glue bath, is what I call it, on this. So the string is kind of stiff, so it'll take stain or paint. Am I not in frame? Good grief. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm out of practice. Okay, so what I was saying is, I did kind of a little glue bath across here so that the strings are kind of rigid, because I didn't want those like unraveling and causing a distraction from the outside of the journal. So yeah, that is this journal. It will be, I don't know yet if I'm going to start posting journals in my Etsy or through email. My email is scribblesintime@gmail.com. I'll post it below, or it might be going in my Etsy. Just reach out to me if you're interested in it. You can message me on Etsy or through email. And I think that's everything. If you have any questions, please let me know below. I would really appreciate it if you would like my video. And if you're not already subscribed to me, please subscribe to my channel. I've got to get back working on my channel again. I have been so out of practice for a long time. And I've been making quite a few journals through this healing process. And for those who have hung out with me, thank you for tolerating me and my rambling and this kind of scratchy voice. And I love you all. I hope that you have a blessed day. And please get out there and let your light shine bright for the world. Spread love and spread joy. Love you all. Have a blessed day.